Hi, it's Jane with the Compassion Project, and I am excited today to play Cool to Connect with Cindy Shaw. Welcome, Cindy.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Cindy and I met a couple months ago, and she actually did one of the chats for the Compassion Project, which was amazing. She is a beautiful, inspiring, driven woman, and I am so grateful I got to know you. Cindy is a certified Amen Clinic brain health coach, a neuro-linguistic practitioner, and a hypnotherapist. And honestly, she can help so many people. Your chat we did, I learned so much. And so welcome. We are going to play this game, Cool to Connect. I was explaining it to Cindy because she's brave. She didn't even really know what we were playing. Cool to Connect are these connection cards designed by Dana Clark from Toronto. And it just gets deeper conversation, thought-provoking questions, and we have no idea what questions we're gonna answer today. We're gonna answer 3. So, but before we get started, Cindy has a new course out that I think could really benefit people. I'm sure I'll probably join. If you want to explain your new course quickly, and then we'll play the game.
Actually, you know what? I have a free training online right now that I encourage everyone to go watch. And it's called the 5 Simple Shifts You Can Make to Change Your Brain, Improve Your Mood, and Feel Better Fast. Even if you suffer from anxiety, depression, ADHD, brain fog, you're not sleeping, you're stressed out because of COVID, it's going to give you some really useful tips and some great information to help you move forward in your life starting now. And I truly believe that the brain is at the base of who we are. It's the organ that controls every thought, emotion, memory that we have. And when we take care of our brains first, then we can work next on our mindset. But our brains need to be healthy and well nourished and have a lot of reserve to get us through tough times.
So true. So what's the course actually called?
So the course is actually called the Better Brain Academy. And it is a 12-week course. And each week I go through a specific topic, whether it's like how to hack your sleep, diet and nutrition to feed your brain, how to overcome anxiety, depression, ADHD. We talk about, the specific types of exercise that are right for your brain, the specific foods that are right for your brain, because we all have different brains. So when you know what your specific brain type is, then you can hone in what is going to work best for you. And then we move in from the brain health side, we move into the mindset side of how do you really get control of those NATs, what I consider negative automatic thoughts, and turn them into PATs, which are, productive affirmative thoughts. So giving people the tools to really master their mindset and to retrain their brain to think in new ways.
Oh my goodness, that sounds amazing. Yeah. I'm honestly, Cindy, I am so into studying the brain, and I listen to stuff like nonstop, and I'm blown away by the fact that what I learned is that every single relationship we have is all our thoughts. Every relationship, because no one can control what we think. Anyway, we could talk about that for a long time. Play the game. Maybe I'll have you on to really get into that, because it's
absolutely. I'd love to.
Okay, so how the game, we do three questions. I'll read the question, and then we can decide who wants to answer it first. And anyone that's watching can play along. If you're watching in the replay, you can play, put your answers in. And okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
So just so people know, I have played before. These are all the cards I have already used. So the ones I haven't used are in the box. I have no idea what they are. I'll shuffle them up a little bit just so people know. I have no idea what question is going to be. I get a little nervous because you just, it's an unknown, but okay. Here we go. Question 1.
Okay.
Oh, I think you might have just answered that. Okay, so I like this. It's not really a question, but it's take a minute to brag about your latest accomplishment.
Oh, well, okay. I think I did answer it. I've got my website up and running. I've got my free training up and going, and I've got my course ready to launch. So to get all of that together and to feel really good about it, I would have to say is probably the biggest accomplishment that I've had as of late.
Okay, that is awesome that came up. Isn't that funny?
I love the universe.
Yeah, so what is the website that people can find your course at? I'll put that in. So what is it?
It's headwaysgroup.com.
Headwaysgroup.com. Okay, we'll put it in the comments after and people can find it there. Okay, well, that was an easy one. Okay, now I have to think of that. Just a minute to brag. To brag about my latest accomplishments. I'm going to say the Compassion Project because, yeah, it's something that I have worked really hard at. There's a lot that goes on behind it. And I'm just doing it from my heart. It's just something I'm doing to connect people. And it really did come together almost organically. Like when I started at the beginning of the pandemic, reaching out to people to share their stories. And then it's progressed. And I did a chat with a woman, Freshta Sadat from Kabul, Afghanistan, because of the Compassion Project. And another lady from Malaysia, and Bomini, her name is, she's a beautiful person. So it's been incredible. And I can look and think, wow, I actually did this, figured it out. And yeah, I did take a bit of a break at the beginning of September because we're now babysitting our grandchildren and things were changing. And I really missed the incredible women and men. I talked to, I think maybe 4 men, but the incredible women that I was talking to every day, I felt a void when I wasn't doing it.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. That's amazing though. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, next question. We'll see if we'll get a challenging one. Here we go. If you wrote a book, what would it be about?
Oh my gosh. Okay. I swear you've probably picked these questions perfect for me. Okay. I have the name of my book and everything ready to go. Like I just need to commit to writing it. So I am going to call it From Crappy to Happy: How to Heal Your Brain to Become Like Your Best Self. So the whole idea, again, is giving people usable information that they could have to really take control of their brain health, which, like I said, is essential to being able to feel, think, decide, and take action. Your brain needs to be healthy and needs to be optimized and functioning at its best for you to be successful in actually taking those actions, to having the confidence in yourself, to making those choices and decisions. So yeah, that's what my book's going to be about, of how to make that transition and the practical day-to-day things that you can do to go from feeling crappy to being happy, and how to really have the perseverance and the resilience and to optimize your brain, mind, and body so that you can be your best.
Wow. And I love the name From Crappy to Happy.
I know, right?
That's where these questions are meant for you. I have to look because I'm looking because was it yesterday? I was writing down titles of books. No joke. Now I had a whole bunch though, because I was thinking someone posted on Facebook, if you wrote a book, what would you title it? And so I started putting all these names. Oh, here it is.
Okay,
if you wrote a book about your life, it said, and I had a few that I put, and one was inward and onward. So going inward so that you can go onward. But then I had a few because I feel like I was really broken as a teenager or as a young, I don't know. And I feel like if like one title I wrote is "Don't Worry, Beautiful Girl, I See You."
Oh, that's beautiful.
Like to honestly feel like in your life that you weren't aware of your thoughts, or when you're younger, we just try to survive in our life and we go through life. And when you get to that point where you start personal growth and you get that awareness and you realize, oh, like everything that I have done in my life is my choice. Every conflict I've had, everything that's happened is my choice to think the way I thought. And so I think if I could have gone back to that 17-year-old girl and said, don't worry, I've got you. You're going to be okay. And you know, and so I was trying to think of a title that would be, oh, one was You Were Lost and Now You're Found. Like so I had all these kind of ideas for a book that I think would be really interesting. So I think a lot of people go through that, you know, that not being aware of their thoughts. And that's where you are amazing, because you can help people.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
those are great titles. Now you get to write the book.
I was just writing a whole bunch of titles because I thought it would be interesting, the journey from where I was to where you are now, like from, yeah. So, okay, we have one more. What was that?
And we all have a story to tell, right?
I know we do. Yeah. And it's just through our struggles that we learn, hey? Okay. Ready? Okay. Like, bring it. What did your last failure teach you?
Oh. So my last failure, do you want to answer first?
No, you can. Go ahead.
Okay. So what my last failure taught me was to really listen to my gut instinct, to move forward. So I had launched a previous business online, but my heart just really was not in it. It took a long time. I developed it. I was ready to go. And I just had this inner resistance to doing it. And I guess that inner resistance was really me not listening to my intuition. And, you know, I thought, this is the path I have to follow. This is what I've committed to. This is what I poured all of this money into and had all of this energy into. And then when the time came to launch it, it fizzled because I fizzled. I didn't have the passion behind it. And so I think one of the things that I definitely walked away from was do something that lights you up. Do something that you're passionate about. Do something that you're excited about. And, you know, from those failures, which I don't think that we have failures, I think we have learning opportunities. So I never look at anything truly as a failure, but I ask myself, you know, what can I learn from this? What can I do better next time? How can I grow? And by taking that, because, you know, sometimes the word failure makes us feel less than, that somehow we're a screw up or we've screwed up or that there's something wrong with us. But I don't believe that, you know, failure in the sense of the word that you have done something that no one wants or that you have done something that isn't of value. I don't believe in that. I believe that we all have something that even if it didn't launch, even if it didn't go the way that I wanted to, it was serving me now. So what can I take from that to grow from that to be better moving forward? And, you know, I think we all have failures, or as I like to look at it, learning experiences.
Yeah, and so you don't fail, you learn.
It's that subtle reframe of what can I learn from this? How can I grow?
Right. And I actually do teach it to like my grandchild too, because it's when you get that, no, you don't fail, you learned. Right? Or you learn from everything.
Can you imagine the 1-year-old falling down, learning to walk, and is like, I'm done, I'm giving up. People can just carry me for the rest of my life. Like, babies don't know failure. What they do is they pick themselves back up and they take a couple more steps forward. And I just think it's such a perfect example of how sometimes we need to, as adults, remind ourselves that, yeah, you might have fallen down, but you know, having a hissy fit and demanding the world pick you up is not going to move you forward. It's not going to give you the skills that you need to be the best that you can be.
Right. Just keep learning. Yeah. Wow, that was good. These are perfect questions for you. Yes, the universe was ready for Cindy. Okay, so for me, what did your last failure teach you? It's interesting because so I was in the network marketing industry with one company for 4 years, and then I chose to move to another company. I left that company in February. I realized it really wasn't for me, but I learned so much and love the industry, just know it's not for me. And so I definitely don't look at it as a failure, but I can, I love Wayne Dyer's I can see clearly now
Yeah.
that I listen to his CD set in my car, and I feel like looking back again at the time when it kind of ended and how it ended, me being with that company, it might have felt like a failure right at the time, but I knew it wasn't, because what I've learned is like you have no idea where your path is going and why you do certain things, and why the universe has I think opened up doors for you to learn what you needed to learn so you can be where you are now. So I look at the first company I was with really taught me personal growth. I don't think I would have gotten into personal growth if it wasn't for that company, because a lot of the leaders were so into it. I didn't even know what personal growth was. And I was like, I don't need personal growth, I'm fine. And when you think you don't need personal growth, you really do. And then once you get into it, you realize there's so many levels as you learn and grow and learn and grow. And so, yeah, so the biggest lesson I learned is that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you don't know the outcome or what's coming. Like your path is leading you somewhere amazing. And I would not be doing the Compassion Project right now if I had not joined the last company and learned how to do the Facebook Lives and learned, I learned so much. So yeah.
That's awesome.
And I wouldn't have met you. I would not have, if I had not left that last company and then started doing the Compassion Project, I would not have reached out to Cindy and met you.
And that's how it all interweaves. And, you know, when you're stuck in, you know, whether it's self-pity or judgment of yourself or judgment of others, that's what keeps you stuck in the muck. That's what keeps you down. And you know what? I'm okay. Like, acknowledge that you're down, feel it, and then use it to grow. It's like, you know, when you plant a seed, the seed has to struggle to come out through the dirt. I mean, it's got to work its way, and it grows. And I feel like it's such a beautiful metaphor that as people, we have to do the same. It's not easy. It's not joyful all the time. And just like that little seed has to push up and bite its way through the dirt and the soil and allow itself to flourish, we're no different.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I can't believe you just said that, because I actually, a couple of years ago, I was really into writing children's books, but I haven't gotten them published, but I have all these manuscripts. And one is called Little Flower, Big World. And it's about a little seed struggling to sprout free from the ground.
Oh, I love it.
I read it to a girlfriend of mine and she cried. And she's like, you have to get that published. Yeah, you just reminded me of that. So
excellent. See, now you have your next book ready to go.
Exactly.
It's already done.
Well, actually, I think this is my girlfriend. She's a pilot. She put my book would be Women in the Cockpit. It's got to be Jennifer. It's got to be. Cindy, thank you so much for playing with me.
Thank you.
Awesome.
It was awesome connecting with you again.
Yeah, and the questions were perfect for you. So
I love how that happens.
Yeah, so we are going to put Cindy's website in the comments, because I think her course is going to be incredible. And you said, again, there's a free
training.
Free training.
If they go right onto my website, they can sign up for it. And
okay. Okay, well, thanks everyone for watching. We will sign off.
Have a great Sunday.
Okay, bye.
Bye.